What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we're going to be talking about why the Call of Duty franchise absolutely needs Modern Warfare 2 and 3 remastered. So if you guys are not aware, that's pretty much what's going to happen. The game that you're watching right now, Modern Warfare 3, will be remastered and will be coming with Modern Warfare 2 remastered with Modern Warfare 4 this year. At least that's what industry insiders are saying. There's a lot of people saying that this is going to happen, and they've been credible in the past. They've given us credible information about Call of Duty before, and it really does make a lot of logical sense. If you guys want to see that kind of video and you want to see what's coming with that, you can see that video either on the end screen of this one, or there will be a link on the pinned comment down below if you want more information about that. However, in this video, we're strictly going to be talking about why such a colossal move would be super important for the Call of Duty franchise. So as we know, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is a fan favorite Call of Duty. It is considered the best Call of Duty by a lot of the player base for the whole franchise. Modern Warfare 3 generally is seen positively, but a lot of people also didn't like it. Most of us also consider that part of the golden age of Call of Duty, which a lot of us would put from pretty much in between Modern Warfare 2 and BO2. So both games are classics. Both games get significant players still on the Xbox. You can still find full lobbies for both games at pretty much any time of the day. So you know, people are still enjoying these games, and there has been a lot of hype for a Modern Warfare 2 remastered, but we didn't recently know that Modern Warfare 3 was actually supposed to be remastered and coming now. I saw an industry insider, can't remember the name, I will try to find it again on Twitter, but he said that right now Modern Warfare 2 Remastered is finished and Modern Warfare 3 Remastered is about 60 or 65% of the way done, and if both of these games come out with Modern Warfare 4 in some sort of pre-order bundle, and then probably later as some sort of bundle that you can buy with or without Modern Warfare 4, kind of like how Modern Warfare Remastered was brought along with Infinite Warfare as a pre-order bonus at first, but then became standalone and purchasable a little bit later. I think that's something they would try to do with this game, or with these games. I don't know if they'd sell them all standalone, or if they would just bundle the two remasters and maybe Modern Warfare 4, and then a bundle with just the remasters, or what they would do, but regardless, it would be pretty important for Modern Warfare 4. The pre-order bonus alone would probably be enough to get a bunch of people to pre-order Modern Warfare 4, and Call of Duty doesn't really hurt on pre-orders ever. The game is pretty well pre-ordered every single year by a lot of the community, and then on top of that, it is generally the best-selling game of the year after year after year after year, so Modern Warfare 4, which is what the next Call of Duty is pretty much almost guaranteed to be, is automatically going to be a best-selling game. I wouldn't be surprised to see this actually be the best-selling Call of Duty that we've seen since like Black Ops 2 or maybe like Ghosts or something like that, but these remasters would be selling copies of Modern Warfare 4 as well, especially if it is a pre-order bonus. So Activision definitely has reason to put these games out. But it's going to be important because it's also going to bring back a lot of those old players of Call of Duty who've given up over the years. A lot of people played Modern Warfare 2 and things like that, these OG Call of Duty games. And then with the direction the franchise went pretty much after Call of Duty Ghosts, you know, a lot of people just gave up and they stopped playing Call of Duty, you know, they didn't like the exo movement, they didn't like the microtransaction systems, or they just simply had fatigue and they didn't want to play the games anymore. There's a lot of reasons why people quit playing, but if there is a Modern Warfare 2 remastered and a Modern Warfare 3 remastered, you're going to see a lot of those players come back to be playing these games. Now, I'm not saying everybody, their mom, their dad, their brother and son, and everybody are going to just be hopping back on Modern Warfare 2 remastered, but it's definitely going to be a massive move. And that's something that Call of Duty needs, because a lot of the community, including myself, think that they need to show more homage to the true roots of Call of Duty, and they need to take a couple steps back, and they need to realize that Call of Duty games like that were just simply better. And that's what the community really does want. So if they do something like this, they're also going to get the community on their side, which is going to be huge as well. It's not rare that you can actually please the Call of Duty community pretty much universally, but if they come out and they announce Modern Warfare 2 and 3 remastered with Modern Warfare 4, but also announce that the multiplayers for the remasters will be coming about halfway through the year, a lot of people are going to be pretty excited about that. And there's been, oh my god, Optimus, why would they put out Modern Warfare 2 and 3 remastered multiplayer? They don't want it to kill Modern Warfare 4, they're not trying to split up the fan base. And I've always really hated that argument because it's almost like, if you think about it, Activision has never had a problem with splitting the Call of Duty consumers up, regardless of what it comes to. You know, DLC maps. If you end up with all the DLC packs, which eventually die out after about 2 weeks of them coming out and people don't want to play the maps anymore, once they make it into the general rotation, if you have the map packs installed on your console, matchmaking in Call of Duty is like 90,000 times harder. automatically just because of that. That's a massive way that they split up the community. With the DLC and season passes, they split them up even more, because some people only buy individual map packs and they don't buy every map pack that comes out, but the season pass owners, they get every single map, so they're split up. Then they've put DLC weapons and supply drops for a pretty good chunk of the last, half decade in this game, so right there on top of that, that's further splitting some of the community up. They quote-unquote split the community up with Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare Remastered, but I don't see that argument working. It's like they've never had a problem before with splitting up their consumers and drawing all these lines in the sand that divide everybody up. So why would they care if it makes them profit this time, but then when it comes down to remastering two fan-favorite games and making just tens, if not hundreds of billions of extra dollars, why would they, just stop there? Like, that's the line they don't want to cross. I can definitely see them not releasing the multiplayer with Modern Warfare 4, because, yeah, that's going to take a lot of steam off of their new game, and that's going to, definitely upset the shareholders, and it's not going to be a good look for the, current Call of Duty game at that time, which would be Modern Warfare 4, but, I mean, let's be honest here, Call of Duty has like a 4-month life cycle at this point. It's not like how it used to be, where people loved and played the current COD until the next one came out, it's not Black Ops 2 and that kind of thing anymore. It's the way they've taken Call of Duty, where people get bored of the game super early into the life cycle and they abandon them. So if Modern Warfare 4 comes out and it has its day for like 5 months, and by time they announce the next Call of Duty games and get everyone off of Modern Warfare 4's hype train, but then right then they drop multiplayer for MW2R and MW3R, people are going to play both of those games all the way through, maybe even farther through the next life cycle of the next Call of Duty game. So Activision will have, finally again with Call of Duty, a full year to really get this going. And it'll actually be a full year for the Call of Duty fans to enjoy. So we'll get to play games that we love for much longer with the nostalgia factor, okay? So I think that's what's going to end up happening. That's what industry insiders are saying is going to happen. So getting a lot of the older player base engaged and happy once again, and getting the whole community something that they really have been wanting for a while, because there's been a lot of demand for Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, is something that's going to really help Call of Duty. In fact, I say it might even save Call of Duty. This might just be what the franchise has needed all this time. But another reason I think people are seriously sleeping on this is because if Modern Warfare 2 Remastered and MW3R and MW4 all sell really well and they're all good games and things like that, that sends a huge message to Activision, okay? If we top their sales with these games, they're gonna look at that and just be like, oh, on God? I mean, it's just really a good way for the community to move forward. I mean, we get the game that we want. We get Modern Warfare 4, and on top of that, we get MW3R. We get the campaigns, hopefully Spec Ops, Survival, things like that, and their multiplayers for a whole year or more. Activision can't ignore that. They have to look at that and realize that we're going to buy more Call of Duty if they set it back and they do what they did that worked. People are always saying speak with your wallet and things like that. Well, this is a good way to speak with your wallet, If you really do like COD and these are games that you want to see, I mean, that right there is a big message sent to Activision. Step back, do what we want to do, and you'll make more sales. But another business reason why Activision would do this and why it would be really important for the Call of Duty franchise is because Activision and Blizzard really don't have any other games coming out this year. Blizzard has already been confirmed to not have a game ready for 2019, I should say. So they're pretty much relying on Call of Duty this year, and I think one game sales, which might top at like 600 million the first 3 days or something like that, Activision's not going to see that as enough, okay? They're not going to see that as something that they can rely on, and they're going to do whatever they can to make money. So this is the year where the Call of Duty franchise is pretty much up in limbo, and if they really mess this one up, it's going to damage the franchise going forward. I mean, they just can't keep up with some of the shit that they've been pulling. So with these two games, not only do they increase their profits in a year where they're going to see less possible profit from other games, microtransaction sales in games like Overwatch and World of Warcraft's game sales and stuff like that have been declining, so Activision's really stepping up to the plate, and if they do release basically two fan-favorite CODs along with MW4, they're going to generate more revenue, they're going to generate more hype around Call of Duty, they're going to get more people playing Call of Duty for longer, they're going to please the community, hopefully, and they're really going to do the right thing on the business side of things, and also when it comes to pleasing the community. That's why it's so important for this year to have Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 remastered. Because the clock is ticking with a lot of players, you know? People are already not playing Black Ops 4. The truth is, the only reason I'm still playing Black Ops 4 is to play League play with my friends, and because they just dropped the new update, so I'm trying to get some of that new content, and I'm trying to enjoy a little bit of that. But when it comes down to it, when the next game gets announced, Black Ops 4 is pretty much going to be over with, and it's like that every year. This is a chance for Call of Duty to turn that around. They have a lot of opportunity for the whole franchise with this year, with these two titles, so it needs to happen. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. As always, if you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're brand new around here on my channel. Follow me over on Twitter at @SubToOptimus. It is finally unsuspended, but I post memes, thoughts, and updates over there. It's a surefire way to get all notifications of all my newest content. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, needing those remasters, and signing out.